Everything explained in this video is summarized from the coin market cap. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for future XRP news and some other cryptocurrency news in general. Now, take a look at this. Here's what the US SEC is appealing in XRP lawsuit. Before we move further, there is a new crypto airdrop now taking place on Telegram, which is about to launch anytime soon. Please make sure you participate in this airdrop. The link is in the description of the video. Don't miss out on this. Now let's continue with our video. As the case between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission continues to go forward, the securities regulator has filed a notice of appeal in the court of the Second Circuit this week. However, the XRP community is still unsure of the specifics of the SEC's appeal, as the SEC has not yet disclosed the lines of Form CU. On the other hand, the most recent source indicates that the United States Securities and Exchange Commission SEC may file an appeal against the court's decision about the remedies finding over the $125 million penalty that Ripple was subjected to. In the notice of the SEC appeal that was submitted earlier this week, the securities regulator mentioned August 7 as the date of final judgment, but they did not elaborate on the particular issues that they seek to challenge. As a consequence of this, the XRP community is still uncertain as to whether the SEC will challenge the rule on programmatic sales beginning in July 2023. The court ordered penalty of $125 million that Ripple is required to make for institutional sales on August 7, according to a filing document. However, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission has appealed the final court ruling that was handed down on August 7th. This verdict pertains to Ripple's payment of a penalty of $125 million. However, the securities regulator was dissatisfied with the decision that the court reached in the Ripple versus CC case, even though the blockchain company had agreed to this payment. This is because the regulator requested a penalty of $2 billion from Ripple before the verdict was announced. In the matter of Ripple versus the Securities and Exchange Commission SEC, the regulator has not yet submitted its Form C with the Second Circuit, which would include additional data surrounding the appeal, according to a statement made by a journalist from Fox Business earlier today. According to what she wrote, the organization has to speed up this process to offer Ripple clear direction regarding how to proceed. To add insult to injury, Ripple has a window of 14 days beginning today to submit a cross appeal in the XRP litigation. Should it decide to pursue that course of action, there have been discussions among some crypto attorneys over the possible time frame for the outcome of the Ripple lawsuit. A decision from the Second Circuit Court is expected to be issued no earlier than the beginning of 2026. According to a lawyer who supports XRP named Fred Rispoli. He emphasized, however, that the appeal may be dropped at any time if both sides can agree to a settlement. It has not yet been submitted to the Second Circuit by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission's Form C statement. This particular form requires the agency to provide precise information regarding the matter that it wishes to appeal. To this day, it is not immediately evident whether or not the Securities and Exchange Commission will go after the summary judgment that was issued in July of 2023. Ripple was able to score a big victory at that time as the judge acknowledged the XRP coin as a non-security when it came to its secondary sales. The Securities and Exchange Commission submitted its appeal on October 2. This caused the price of the most prominent cryptocurrency to drop dramatically. The chief executive officer of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, did not mince words when he commented on the news. He referred to the appeal as infuriating and appeared to accuse the agency of being corrupt. In addition, Ripple does not rule out the possibility of engaging in cross-appeal, as stated by Stuart Alderity, the company's chief lawyer. Nevertheless, it appears that such a decision has not yet been brought about. Currently, Ripple is evaluating the various possibilities available to it. There is a 2-week window for the firm to submit its cross-appeal. Fred Rispoli, a legal expert, recently stated in a post he made on social media that an SEC brief is most likely to be ready by the beginning of December. It is anticipated that an oral argument will not take place until the latter half of the year, 2025. Rispoli has stated that a decision will be made sometime around April in the year 2026. In the meantime, the price of XRP has continued to suffer, falling by 0.9 over the last 24 hours. Earlier this week, the token experienced a decline that was in the double digits as a result of the appeal filed by the SEC. On October 2, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission submitted a notice of appeal in the Ripple lawsuit to challenge a decision that was handed down by Judge Annalisa Torres. The appeal of the 2023 finding which concluded that secondary transactions of Ripple's XRP did not constitute security sales, was something that legal experts had anticipated the regulatory agency would do because of the ruling. Judge Torres concluded that XRP did not qualify as a security on its own. This was because the digital currency did not fulfill all of the requirements that were listed in the Howey test that the SEC uses to determine whether or not a financial asset is an investment contract. Torres concluded that secondary sales could not be classified as unregistered security sales as a consequence of this matter. Having said that, she did come to the conclusion that the early sales made by the creators of Ripple to institutional investors did merit the classification as security sales due to how they were carried out. The decision was hailed as a big success for Ripple Labs and the cryptocurrency industry as a whole at the time. It was handed down. It was on the same day that the Securities and Exchange Commission submitted its notice of appeal in the Ripple litigation that the agency also announced that its chief enforcement officer, Guber Gruel, would be resigning on October 11 as a result of his suggestion of more than 100 different enforcement actions throughout his term. Gruel has been subjected to criticism for enforcing stringent enforcement actions targeted at the cryptocurrency business. Even though Sanjay Wadhwa, the deputy director of the SEC's enforcement division, has been designated as the interim top enforcement director while a permanent replacement is being recruited, the government regulator has not yet publicly replaced Gruel. While this is going on, it seems that institutional circles are becoming increasingly interested in XRP. On September 30, Bitwise submitted a request to establish an exchange-traded fund, FRXRP, in the state of Delaware, as reported by CoinTel. An exchange-traded fund, FT4XRP, is being investigated by the corporation, according to this file, which was made available on the website of the state's Division of Corporations. However, it is essential to keep in mind that the initial filing in Delaware is not a filing with the SEC, and because of the recent court appeal, the approval of the XRP trust from the SEC may be delayed. When it comes to trading on exchanges, the United Claims Securities and Exchange Commission. This investigation has consumed a significant amount of Denton's resources. In addition to investing more than $75,000 of his own money, he is of the opinion that the SEC ought to acknowledge the exceptional nature of the coin. The candidate contends that his request to the agency is straightforward and commensurate with circumstances, examples of legal cases and their implications. According to Denton, the Telegram case is an important example of a legal precedent. The court had decided that the Gram token did not qualify as a security in that particular case. The judge referred to it as little more than a simple alphabetic and numeric code. The information that has been provided is not intended to be trading advice. There is no responsibility for any investments that are made based on the information that is provided on this page. Before making any decision about investments, we strongly advise conducting independent research and consulting with a knowledgeable professional.